What up, fam? What up? What up? What up? What up? Back for another episode. What's good, family?
Episode 3.
Can you say hi?
Oh, hi. What's up, y'all?
We're gonna get it by like episode 7. You're gonna actually speak to the people first.
Listen, man, I thought you were gonna go into like the whole thing.
Nah, I give you a time. You your own, man. You gotta speak what's up. But now we appreciate y'all watching. We made it for episode 3. Agree to disagree. Basically, we're just trying to bring some thought process and some thinking outside the box in an entertaining way. So we hope you guys appreciate it. Just keep liking, commenting, and share your thoughts. We can agree to disagree. What's good, bro? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It was a good week, man.
Good week. Nice shirt. Like it.
Yeah, I'm going with a little Bill Cosby look sweater today. That's what I decided to go with today.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Freddy Krueger a little bit.
Yeah, a little Freddy Krueger.
Nightmare in Cherry Hill.
Yeah, that's right. A Nightmare on Chestnut Street.
Facts. Well, for y'all don't know, episode 2 was pretty controversial. We really got into it about Shai's favorite topic, Trump and politics and Obama. It was a good show. A lot of people said it was controversial and informative, and that's what we aim for, you feel me? We just want you guys to think outside the box. We may be a little extra with our opinions, but we want to bring good points to it in an entertaining way and just to make you think on your own and use your logic, so just to clarify, wasn't trying to down Obama too much or nothing. I was just making an example of how his position, anybody's position of that presidency, you understand, lacks the power it needs to make change.
Quickly about that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because something happened this week.
What's up?
That made me think about it. Okay. So on, I'm sorry, it wasn't this week. It was last week. It was like last.
Don't matter.
Last Wednesday.
Okay.
Right. But my daughter had a show at school about Black History Month. Okay. And they Obama'd it up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like a lot of Obama stuff. Martin Luther King of that too, but a lot of Obama stuff.
Right.
And I thought, and I think what I tried to explain last week to the people, whatever, that is something. If he did nothing else,
right,
he did that.
They
give the kids hope that somebody that looks like them,
right,
with the same hair as them,
right,
you know what I mean, could reach the highest office in the land. And that's what I thought. If he did, I don't understand about
right.
But if he did nothing else,
right,
to watch those inspirational kids and them quote speeches of his and stuff that he said, and kids coming up there and said, I could be the president of the United States, and it being actually something that could happen, is what I was talking about.
And I agree with that. I'm just more of when they get there with the hopes and they get to there, everything ain't always what it seems.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's smoke and mirrors. So I'm not telling people to not have hope, to not give up. To give up or nothing. Don't let nothing stop you. I move militant. I just move like, okay, I know these obstacles are there. And to my mind, they're there. Let me move this way and, move secretive. Just move like in code or whatever the case. Play chess, not checkers. You understand? So I'm nice to everybody and stuff, but it's a lot of people that I rarely trust because I know overall the system is designed for me to fail. So I got to dodge a lot of hoops. But enough of that. We thank y'all for watching that one. This episode, we're going to dive a little more into it, go into my favorite topic, which is conspiracies or conspiracy theories. From last episode, Shai, if I can do my impersonation of you. It's rigged! It's fixed! It's fixed! Even though you said the election was rigged earlier when you did your spiel about Donald Trump. So don't tease me about it's rigged, making fun of me like it's bullshit when you said it was rigged earlier in the show.
I don't think that the votes are rigged. I think that the process could be rigged as to how we get to choose a particular candidate of who we go to vote for. Right. But I think that if we go out and vote, then it has the power, and we have the power to make change. That's the difference. That's the only difference.
Yeah, it's different. But conspiracies now. Let me define what a conspiracy is. Okay?
All right.
A conspiracy is a secret plan by a group or organization to do harm or unlawful things.
Right.
Okay? A group that has a secret plan to do unlawful and harmful things.
Okay.
So when I think about overall the society and the state we in, it's so many conspiracies going on because there's so many things that force and hold us under. But you're not into conspiracies as much as me. You know some things is going on through your research, but you don't think everything is the Matrix.
Right.
I gave him an assignment. I'm sure many of you heard about the Who Killed Malcolm X documentary that was on Netflix. Much props to that guy who directed that. That was excellent. I love the timeline that he did above anything. Yeah. But this again proves my point. If you guys watched it and you see the footage and the documents, like it's hard to not believe that it was conspired. You know what I mean? Like it's something under the under. Hold on, I'm gonna toss it to you for a minute. Now, what I thought about it is, if you notice, they had pictures of Malcolm X autopsy.
Yes.
Bullet in his, all through him and things of that nature. They had so many pictures and evidence and FBI documents that is finally released that we're not privy to. So what I'm saying is sometimes things can look a certain way, but your research can only go so far. Right. So when I'm saying everything is a conspiracy theory and you're like, were you there or do you know for sure? My research can only go so far. Those documents and pictures and all that inside information was not out all of these years when we were trying to research. So once you get to the end of your research, you gotta kind of use your logic, your critical thinking skills. You gotta use everything else involved to decide, can this be real or not? What benefit do they gain from making it a conspiracy? Right. And list all the points. Now, why, if it's not a conspiracy, why can all of this happen? Can you explain it? So that's what makes me go so hard. I'm like, you know what I mean? So much shit, the government, so many conspiracies, and we're gonna get into that. But let me ask you this. After watching the Malcolm X shit, you watched the whole thing?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
How do you feel? Has your thoughts or opinion changed more in favor of more shit to be a conspiracy? Look how far and extensive that went. And that was connected to a lot of things. They got the JFK angle in there, you know what I mean? And the JFK is connected to the Hoffa angle, to the Mafia angle. So there's so many angles going on with these organizations. Do you still think I'm crazy and I need help? Or what do you feel?
Listen, I think
you said a lot of shit on the last episode. You said you felt sorry for me.
I think that you're crazy as far as, first of all, we have to compare apples to apples. Okay. So today's day and age, when we sit here in 2020, and we have information like social media, we have information like the internet itself. You know what I mean? So like, I think that is the conspiracy theories dies down, in my opinion, lately. The thing back in the 60s with Malcolm, of course, I believe it. You know what I mean? Like I knew if any of y'all didn't see the documentary, watch it, because it really details
the timeline.
The timeline is amazing, and I did some research about it beforehand, and obviously watched Malcolm X, the movie with Denzel and Spike Lee or whatever. But like, to know in depth what he went through the last 2, 3, 4 months of his life, you know what I mean, with leaving the Nation of Islam, with the FBI. You know what I mean? With the New York Police Department, with everything else, I knew about it. I didn't know it in depth.
Yeah, I don't think nobody, because we didn't have all of that information, all those details. So there's no way we could have known all that. The man giving them mouth to mouth when he was shot on the stage was an informant. Yeah, exactly. The whole time, and it made it. This is why I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Like it was crazy from the standpoint. So let me tell you what I think. Okay. After watching, I think that the Nation of Islam, the people from Newark, did actually kill him. I don't think that the FBI sent them, but I definitely think that the FBI knew that it was going to happen on that particular day, in that particular stage, at that particular time, and they just let it go.
Absolutely. I think they had surveillance. So they know what's going on, and they not be the ones to say go kill them, but they know how to plant seeds. This is terroristic training. This is criminal warfare. You understand what I'm saying?
But Malcolm
they said it. They said it. The FBI. Let's help with that rift between Malcolm and Elijah Muhammad, so that they know what this is. It's divide and conquer.
Exactly.
So they knew. They might have went to I think they did send some mail or some information to Malcolm or one of them about Elijah Muhammad because they knew Malcolm wouldn't stand for that and it'll create the rift more. Exactly. This is the same way that CIA agents will mysteriously plant a box of guns in the middle of the hood for certain dope dealers or whoever to just conveniently find them, and the same way they do when they got a drug connect. That's the same way Free Ray, Ricky Ross and them, you know, understand what I'm saying? It just connects. It's all a fucking big ass game, bro.
What the power that we have as people is what you do, and I think, I commend.
We gotta see the bullshit for what it is and call them out on it.
Because I commend you. Listen, I commend you for what you do because you take the time to go do the research and examine it and investigate it and see a better thing. I think there's too many motherfuckers out here that just like they say it, but if you call them out and they're like, well, what is it?
Right.
They can't name shit except for like racism, and it goes deeper than that.
So do you think a lot of it is like a fake social consciousness? Not to say we're conscious people, but so many people throw out falsies and fairy tales that it waters down the real conspiracies or the real motherfuckers who believe what's going on.
Because it's like the boy that cried wolf,
so
to speak.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. If you take 10 things and you say every single one of them is that, then what happens is it gets, like you said, it gets watered down to the one issue that's really something, and now people are gonna be like, nah, man, you bullshit. That's not really happening, or whatever the case. It's not as bad. That's what I hear a lot. It's not as bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. But they're not the ones who have to experience it.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
They just look at something on TV and like a 2-minute snippet or whatever. Or say, well, you know, if this would have happened or that would have happened or I would have handled it, I wouldn't care. Yes, the fuck you would. You may not care if it happened to you like one time and like and that was an isolated incident, like whatever, maybe the cop or whoever it is had a bad day or whatever the case may be. But if you see your people every single day going through the bullshit, okay, and then it happens to you, and then you see fucking shit on the other side that nothing happens.
That's my point.
You know what I mean?
This is my point.
Crazy,
my point is, you just made my point. Something can happen once, it can be whatever, an anomaly. Twice, bad luck. Yeah. For something to keep happening over and over again, we're not stupid. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There eventually becomes a pattern. When motherfuckers is like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? You got pulled over with weed once, twice, 6 times in 2 months. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you get planted with shit. Like, come on, man. We're not falling for the tricks.
A friend of mine got in trouble years ago, okay, off something. You'd be surprised the shit that they know and they let go.
Absolutely.
They just let go.
Absolutely.
They just keep letting it go.
Absolutely.
Okay? So like I said, I may not believe the conspiracy levels to like the Matrix, like you say. Mm-hmm. But I certainly believe that.
Why you don't believe in the Matrix? Let's get there.
I don't believe
let me out. Let me just go to the extent I think. We already know the government is shady. They need to be shady to control it. But let's just take it everywhere. Okay. Let's take it everywhere. Okay? Movies. Okay? The Writers Guild. These motherfuckers make movies about shit. And then shit happen and we act like, for example, they've been making movies about aliens forever.
Right.
Forever.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen an alien? You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. But it's like, but you understand, they like you said, watered down. They'll show you a bunch, like Men in Black, perfect example.
Yep.
Why the fuck you think with the technology they got that they probably not trying to talk to some entities and shit like that, and there's only a special, the same shit, they put it in your face as fiction to make you think the shit ain't true, to water it down, so if it ever comes out, but let me take it more. Same shit with this sports, bro. The same, bro, did you see the email I sent you? I instant messaged you like last week. I don't know if you paid attention. Okay. Where they was talking about how based on the San Francisco Super Bowl, the things that the coach was calling, where it was already destined and fixed for Mahomes to win the Super Bowl. They broke down the plays. You need to watch it. They broke down the plays.
But I don't believe that it was fixed. I still don't believe it.
Bro, but this is what you don't understand. Vince McMahon, he had the WWE.
Yes.
It was sports entertainment.
Right.
Once you put that, it's all semantics. Once you put that entertainment word on it, it becomes different. That's why the shit was scripted out. Who's gonna win? They make it whatever, because their main job is entertain. It's sporty, but it's entertainment.
Yeah,
that rules over everybody trying their best. You say every basketball team is trying like they in the Olympics. I'm telling you, the outcome is already predestined based on the bets and shit like that. And Lakers will win, but they won't win by 12. They'll win by 8 because the spread is 9. And I'm telling you, it makes them control it. This is why suck teams win occasionally, so they believe that the impossible is possible. What do you think is better for them? For the best teams to just hold on. For the best teams to just always win and everybody trying their hardest, always, and no other teams have no value, or for it to be a balance like a 70-30, you win some on a given night.
Let me disprove you.
Okay,
right?
go ahead.
Okay,
go
all right. So when LeBron was in Cleveland, okay, and LeBron was in Miami, and LeBron was in Cleveland, Miami, they went to the finals every year.
Did they win every year?
No, they didn't because Golden State was better.
No, let's go back before. You said Cleveland. Hold on. Let's back up. LeBron was in the finals a few times before Golden State got there.
Yeah.
So they was the best team. Listen, was they not the best team up until Golden State?
No.
Up until Golden State formed their team. Cleveland and LeBron was not the best team collectively?
No, not collectively.
Well, I mean, he's the player, but he made everybody player. They made it every year.
He made it every year.
But did they win every year? No,
but they went to the finals every year. LeBron went to like 7 or 8 straight finals.
Okay, so what are you proving? They weren't the best team, but he went to the finals. You proving my point.
No,
they went to the finals every year, but LeBron was not the best team. So how did LeBron get to the finals every year?
Because you have a once-in-a-generational fucking player.
But he's better than 12 players on the other team. He can beat all 12 of the Spurs by himself because the day team was better than Cleveland.
No, he can't beat them by himself.
So how he make it to the finals every year?
He had another Hall of Fame.
He didn't have them then. I'm talking about when he lost to Dallas. Before that,
he lost to Dallas. Listen, when he lost to Dallas,
he didn't have Kyrie.
Because he did.
He still made it.
He had to Wayne Wade.
Listen. That was the first year though. It was the first year together.
Exactly.
It was the first year. But we're kind of proving each other's point. Listen,
the only finals he lost.
Hear me out.
He lost finals, whatever.
Hear my argument.
He lost the Golden State. Hold on, hear me out.
I'm not putting Golden State in this argument because they were out of this world. I'm not. And they still beat them though. But
he lost the Golden State, which was a better team. Okay, when he was in Cleveland, when he was a kid, they lost to San Antonio, which was a better team. Okay, right. And then the only other time he lost was the first time to Dallas when that was their first year together, and they had the whole world fucking against them. And by the time they got to the fucking finals, they were drained out.
Let me ask you a question.
And they were playing against
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you think is it more convenient or more not convenient? More profitable for the business or less profitable for the business for them to have their Jordan-like figure be successful, may not win it every year, but be successful enough in the face of the franchise? Does that help your business or hurt your business?
It helps the business, of course.
Okay, let me ask you another question. You said LeBron did not have the best team. Not even finals. It was West Coast and maybe a couple East Coast teams collectively better than just LeBron with his supporting cast early.
With Pierce.
Exactly.
Right.
So, let me ask you this. You said, again, everybody's playing their hardest to win. Let's go. Let's get it.
Get a team. Get a team.
LeBron made it to the finals like 7, 8 straight years. However many years.
Yes.
He wasn't always the best team.
He wasn't always the best team, but
not
he
even
was
in the
always
East.
the best player.
But the best player don't always beat the best team. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. He made it 8 times in a row. It's convenient. He's the face.
Think about it. When Shaq and Kobe were together, right?
Jordan was still around. What are you talking about? Jordan's still around.
No. Shaq and Kobe were together. They won championships. They won 3.
They was the best team, and Kobe and Shaq was the faces of the franchise after that time, after Jordan.
Exactly.
So it was double convenient for them to win.
But why not fix it? They're going to fix it. And there was overwhelming money on the Sixers and overwhelming money on the New Jersey Nets. Okay? Why not fix it then?
You know why? Because if I'm a smart man trying to fix it, I'm not going to fix it and just pull my whole sheet down to something that looks completely unbelievable. The fucking Sixers could not beat Shaq and Kobe. There was no way you could make that logical so people won't say it's fixed. You don't want to show them it's fixed. You
championship teams that won I'm not talking about football. Football is one game. Well, my point about
that shit is fixed too.
Listen, I'm not talking about football. Football is one game, but I'm telling you, in the best of 7 series, the better team or the team with the one Hall of Fame, once in a generational fucking player, plus other good players, because LeBron ain't have like what Iverson had in 2001 with a bunch of mutts. LeBron had Kyrie. Like,
yeah, his first time in Cleveland, he had a bunch of mutts.
The first time, yes, and he willed them to fucking win that fucking game against the Pistons when he had like 20
Let me ask you this:
quarter.
when he got with Wade and Bosh and they went there with Miami, was they not the better team than Dallas?
That was the first year.
I don't give a fuck. Was LeBron, Chris Bosh, and Wade and them better than just Dirk Nowitzki? So how the fuck?
Because
real convenient.
Because it's not gonna.
I'm not gonna
always.
If I'm fixing it, I'm not gonna always fix it.
Why not?
Because I'm not.
Oklahoma City fucking win.
Why the fuck did San Fran didn't win? They were the better team.
San Fran was not the better team.
They was the better team. And I don't like making this argument because I love Mahomes from Texas Tech. But they was the better fucking team. Defense, they were the better fucking team. Not that day, coincidentally. And the fucking coach was calling bullshit. The coach was calling bullshit, bro.
He fucking choked because he was scared.
You scared all of a sudden? He ain't scared no one to the playoffs?
He got scared. Yeah,
because I know he got scared.
Because
he would have got scared last week, the week before.
Because the moment God, what did I tell you before the game? I said if Jimmy G has to win the game, he's going to lose. And that's what happened.
It's people who think like you that hide, that makes it hard for us to expose the curtain. Because the excuse that you give, that's just like, hold up, perfect example. We were arguing at our poker friend one night, and Steph Curry shot, I want to say like
he had a bad game.
No, cut me off, motherfucker. Let me get there. Steph Curry, 3-pointer. You know where I'm going. What was it, like 2 for 17?
Something like that.
From 3-point range.
Yes.
Let me just say that again. Hold on. Steph Curry, who fucking changed the way the game's played. He got little people thinking they give him hope. There's bad games, but these are professional shooters. It's their job, practice, day and night.
I don't know what the fuck is going on in his mind.
Motherfucker, 2 for 17. 2 for 17.
If he got into a fight
2 for 17.
Before the game,
I don't give a fuck if he's shitting on the toilet. Steph Curry don't go 2 for 17. Half court shots. That's like saying Ray Allen and fucking Reggie Miller. Have you ever seen them go 2 for 17?
Let's move on beyond the sport.
All right, where else you want to go? Name a fucking topic, and it's some shit controlled behind it. Entertainment, media, music.
I think that a lot of stuff.
Let me not get to music.
There's a lot of things that there's conspiracy.
Bro, let me tell you how deep shit is. Let me tell you how deep shit is.
Certainly within the media.
Let me tell you how deep shit is, bro. And you can agree to disagree. I don't know where your level of hip hop knowledge is, but I'm about to give you something real quick. And this is reference to Crazy Bone. I'm gonna give him his props due. He read a letter. Basically, I'm gonna give you the real short version. This is like early '90s. They had a meeting with the head of a couple of networks, music execs, whatever, people that own shit.
In the industry.
Okay. And a couple of people who were like in the industry owners. This is one guy that's snitching of what he saw, but he's finally telling. Okay? Basically, they had a meeting. The people at the meeting is saying this. This is when jails, private prisons started becoming a boom, or it was just about to become a thing.
Okay.
They made them sign a non-disclosure agreement. Okay. You say anything about this, shit can happen to you, you lose your career, whatever. But basically, long story short, they were saying that we are going to choose, they are investing in prisons. The hip-hop, the labels and the media, all of them are investing in private prisons now, where they're going to be publicly traded and basically making people millionaires and shit like that. These owners making so much money. Okay. But they had to fill them. They got to fill these prisons. Okay. They decided they was going to use hip-hop music to fill the prisons. How? What they were going to do is get rid of the conscious rappers, the De La Soul and all of them. This is after they came out. And we're going to pay rappers or sign rappers who are doing things to influence the masses to do other shit. So here come the drug dealers and the pow and shit like that.
The East-West.
Not even the East-West Coast, just in general of our music becoming so gangster. It was on purpose because the music labels were actually investing in the private prisons on one end
Okay.
But signing rappers that will influence everybody to go do Molly, do drugs, go shoot and kill people, so they doing a double standard. So they are helping to our destruction by using one puppet to brainwash and monopolize the rest of everybody else. Some people got the mind to know it's just entertainment, but some people go to jail for following this shit. You understand? But this was a plan. This is what I'm saying, how deep they conspiracies go. This shit talked about it. Crazy Bone, read it. Y'all can look it up. Crazy Bone exposes conspiracy or whatever the case may be. But this is why I'm saying this shit is deep, bro. I done got knowledge of a lot of shit coming up where I don't know if you can dispute it or not. But they are, and let me explain it again, investing. A lot of the top motherfuckers, the movie owners, all of that shit, the production labels, they are invested into these private prisons. Okay? Because they private.
I know.
But
okay.
If they control the music, okay, let me put this movie out that's self-destructive or purge or some shit. So I can get some people to go kill some shit and get them locked up. But they really took hip-hop as their influence and their focus. We're going to stop this conscious shit. This is why music like mine don't get played on the radio. This is why shit that make people wake up and that's real and that's raw don't get played on the radio. They want to play the shit that make everybody snap and twerk and shit. But the mind frame is all a fucking ploy, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't necessarily disagree with you.
You can look the footage up.
I don't necessarily disagree with you, but what I'm saying is, like I said before, we live in 2020, where information is literally within our fingertips. Where
but it could be false information too, though.
Don't
let the internet be your end all be all, people. Just know that. Research other shit. Books are there for a reason.
But if you do enough research and you look and you actually take you say, oh, I want to know. But you actually take the time to do the research like you do, okay? Right. And investigate. Like the dude in the Malcolm X thing. I mean, this man, like the Malcolm X thing, that man made it like his life's work.
Right.
And you know what? He went and knocked on a shitload of doors. Okay?
Absolutely.
And got the door slammed in his face on a shitload of doors. But he didn't give up.
Absolutely.
Okay? And so because he didn't give up, eventually he exposed what it was. The information was there to be found, dying to be found.
But at the same time, not always, because the FBI wasn't giving that shit up back then.
Not back then.
He had to wait till them shits went to the archives.
Fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Not back then, but not back then. But like I said, going forward.
But back then, when he said, you know, I think something going on, before that information was released, everybody called us crazy. Yeah. Why do y'all do that? Why do people do that? Why they don't just say, wait a minute, let me think outside the box, take my biased opinion out of it. Because is it possible? Is it likely? I do risk assessments. I think about all the shit that they can advantage from it and what they can, and is it true to what we living in the times now?
It takes them outside of the comfort level that they want to live in.
Thank you.
Their particular lives.
Absolutely. Why?
That's why I may not be woke as you want me to be, but I'm more woke than most because I have taken the time to say, wait a minute, hold up, something is not right here.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And like, but look, but the fact is that Netflix is like a big ass fucking company.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And for them to allow that type of documentary to be able to be streamed to you where anybody can see it shows that we're moving, that we are a little bit moving forward.
We're not moving forward because we're still in this Trump shit you was just talking about last week. But why they do that is 20 years later, they know we're distracted and our shit changes. Everything is in the moment. You know what I'm saying? We get a moment, we get riled up. Next time something big happened a month later, the Gucci shit and this. But we've been conditioned from that. We didn't do that on our own. They did conditioning so that we're focused on other shit. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of shit they could throw out 20 years later and motherfuckers ain't gonna care no more. It's not gonna be a real rally about it.
When you had the different, there was a rash during like 2015, 16, 17-ish, that time. There was a rash of police shootings and Trayvon Martin and everything else that happened, okay? And that's when Black Lives Matter got sort of created.
But they've been doing it, just as now more camera time.
Right.
It's on videos more. It's on videos more. This shit's been going on.
It's just like back in the day. Of course, we all knew that the police used to beat people.
This is why they do it, though.
Up to Rodney King.
We weren't outraged enough. If we were outraged enough, they don't think it's cool. This is what they do. They put some shit. This is why the shootings and shit in the clubs and all of that, they put that out there, whether it's real or not, to get your mind conditioned into it happening normally. Yeah. So then when they want to commit their plan and bring some shit in, it ain't looking crazy to us because now we're conditioned to it. But let me say one more thing.
You have to be outraged enough.
True.
Continuously, and not just be outraged for like a month or two.
You can't
and
be fake outraged.
And then go back because look, Black Lives Matter made a difference.
Absolutely. But Black Panthers made a difference.
But they stopped at some point.
I'm not saying they gave up. It's just that they can't do it by themselves. And what we do is we sit around and we don't want to lead. We'll wait for a leader or somebody because we too scared to do it on our own. Then when people come, they'll get along as much as they're comfortable with. You know what I mean? They'll join as long as it was fun, everybody in front of the camera doing videos. Then as soon as some shots pop off and shit, and they don't have to get involved, a lot of people don't want to get involved.
And then the problem is, honestly, and then we get, or people get behind like false prophets. Okay, the false prophet, like fucking Al Sharpton, that don't come out for fucking nothing until fucking something happens. Now all of a sudden,
I think all of them feds are coons. I think all of them feds are low anyway.
I
think they all feds
like
on
it's
the low
all
anyway.
like, you know what I mean?
False
like,
leaders.
bro.
But this is the thing. Once a motherfucker come with a righteousness about them, they're gonna try to corrupt them. You know what I mean? They're gonna try to corrupt them. I believe they're gonna try to corrupt them. Elijah Muhammad, I think he had a good purpose. You know what I'm saying? I like Islam and not to get in a religion, but I like what it did as far as organizing and gathering people up. You know what I mean? Doing their food and everything, eating healthy. You know what I mean? Just taking time for the mental health and stuff. But when you start throwing other rules and twists and stuff in it, it just kind of fades it. But for me, this is my thing. I believe wholeheartedly a lot of shit go on. You don't think that much. But this is why I don't care as much as you. Because once you start playing in a game, their job is to get your heart rate jumping. This is why football games go the way they go, up and down and shit. It's meant to have you on a roller coaster emotionally, psychologically, and everything. So when you don't play a game, you get more mental peace. This is why I don't be riled up on CNN and shit. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you have to
be aware what's going on, but you get fired up with this political shit when it's a smoke screen in the front. You know what? This is what I'm saying. You should be on Congress ass and Senate ass. That's who you should be on ass because those are the ones who make the changes. They gotta get the votes.
I get more than the political thing. I get mad
it's
hypocrisy.
Their game. You play their game. You can't get mad when it gets fucked or it's rigged. You go to casino and spend your money playing, not poker, but playing them against the dealer and you losing all the time. You can't get mad because you're playing their game. It's their rules. You didn't have no say-so in the structure of the rules to say, okay, you put half of your rules in it, let me put half in mine so it's balanced. You're picking their people. You know what I mean? Even if it's a group of their people. Yeah. They want you to be part of the system so you can say it's all fair.
Listen to me. You have a choice.
You don't have the choice that you want.
Yes,
this is what I'm saying. If they put 40s and 40s and all got some dirt on them.
No, but you have a choice to
but then you got a righteous
life. People can get into political life and organize and get enough signatures to be put on the ballot. And then start off. Listen, you can start off on the lower fucking level,
right? And be righteous.
Move your way up.
And there was people I know who done that. But to me, once you get into that main office, they not giving you the keys to the reign. If you can do whatever you want, depending on who it is. Let me say this: you can have 4 candidates over there, 4 candidates over there. Republican, Democrats. Okay. They're decent people. Okay. They say Bernie Sanders is decent. He has some dirt on him. Hillary, he has some dirt. They all have dirt. Okay, absolutely. So what about, let's just say this man comes through, Raheem Jackson, whatever the case may be, doing right, doing just like the guy in Florida. There's a guy in Florida, I forgot his name, a black guy that's really doing a lot of things. He didn't win the presidency, Andrew McGillum or something like that.
He used to be the I think I want to say the mayor.
Right, or something like that. But it can be a person with righteousness in his heart. Exactly. But once you get through those policies, they understand they gotta play chess. It's give and take. He's not gonna get funded for his campaign by certain groups unless he give or take.
We saw that in fucking power.
Absolutely. But once they get to that presidential office, that's different. That's what I say. No. I agree to go vote on your local level. If it's Jacksonville, Mississippi, and there's a lot of people that's voting for one person who mean change, the votes is going to be overweight. You know what I mean? 100,000 for this person, 20,000 for this person. I don't know how the fuck they're going to rig it. But once you get to that presidency office, it's more control, bro. That's why Obama's in there, because Senate and Congress is who really, you know what I'm saying?
What I'm telling you is, if the fucking people in this... Okay, you know, as Americans, okay, the number one fundamental, the most basic right, the best right that we have is the right to vote. There's people...
They let you think that.
Listen to me.
That's their game.
There is people in other fucking countries that are getting killed.
I understand that. I understand that. But let's not act like this shit is decent. It's not as decent as they doing. And you seen the Malcolm documentary. They were painting America to be this place. Malcolm went overseas to the over countries, Middle Eastern, and was telling them, no, they full of shit. This is what's going on. People getting hosed down and shit. Same shit with the political system, bro.
Yeah, but it's
different. They want you to say you're a part of the fucking process.
It's different.
This is why, you can vote at the end. When we got our two candidates, that's like Burger King and McDonald's being owned by the same guy.
But it's not that.
What do you mean it's not
because
that?
It's not that. Because it goes because
their country is number one, no matter what they disagree on. Their country, America, is number one. Okay. You understand? Republican or Democrat. Okay. So at the end of the day, this is why they concede and this and they act like they don't need like each other. If we go to fucking war, they not fighting with each other. They're not fighting with each other. They're going to be on one accord. This is what we got to do. Let's go. But we in a world of divide and conquer. They want you to think it's a choice. This is what I'm saying. They want you to think it's a choice. Now, if I'm putting a pedophile and a motherfucking rapist or something as my two choices, go ahead. Your votes count. Go pick between them. So once they get you to pick between two of their choices, it's already fixed. Even if those votes count, they good with either choice.
A bad choice between two bad options, but in the end of the day, it's still a choice. So
no, because you're telling people that this ain't right and this ain't right, but you got a choice. No, choose neither. Don't be a part of their game. Don't be a part of their game. They don't be a part of the game.
In 2016.
Make it short, bro. We're gonna cut this. We're getting out of here.
In 2016, when I went to vote I voted for Hillary, right? Do you know how I walked in that motherfucker? Like this. Let me show you.
So why even do that?
Because now we have this racist motherfucker.
You're helping.
Because now we have this racist
You know why? You know why? Because you're doing this instead of saying, okay, let me get to who we got. Oh, okay, I'm not fucking with them. Then, hold on. Hear me out. I hear you out. You're not fucking with them. Oh, I'm not fucking with this choice. You know what? I don't like my choices. I don't like what these people represent. We're not participating in this shit. You know what they have to do? If nobody plays your game no more, they have to come up with a new game. Right. If nobody goes to the casino, they gotta do something different. If nobody watches your show, your movie's canceled. So as long as you're watching, you're picking one out of the two worst candidates is the same as you saying, I don't like doodle and I don't like piss, but let me choose one because those are my two options. If those are the only two things you got, like, come on. You gotta elevate. You gotta say, you know what? We not playing in this game no more. Change the game.
A bartender.
Change the game.
A bartender, okay, who...
And I don't know how you don't believe that.
A bartender who was a bartender less than 2 years ago is today a U.S. senator with high, like, she got power. Oh, that Cortez girl has power.
What are you talking about?
The fucking senator of Cortez from fucking New York.
So
she was a bartender, and she
made it. She got into that place. How'd she get there?
Because she went and got fucking signatures and got people to fucking vote for her.
Now,
she didn't believe that the system.
Hold up. Where is she at? Are we talking local?
She's in the Senate, the U.S. Senate.
She's in the Senate.
She's in the U.S. Senate.
Okay. Is she a president?
No, but she may
is she
be
the
one
leader of
day.
the country?
But she may be one day. But she may be.
What, to take the puppet office? Okay, you sit there.
There you go. You can't.
This is what I'm saying. Here we go. This is what you understand.
You're wrong.
I believe Obama wanted to do shit.
Okay.
But if the presidency is not a puppet position of power, why was nothing changed with him for us? It would have been substantial. Because I know he wanted to. That's what I'm saying. The office of president is just a representator. It's the motherfucking representative of the corporation. He wanted to make change, but he didn't. Because he couldn't. They wouldn't let him.
What I'm saying to you is...
Eric Snowden. Let's go there.
Okay.
Let's go there.
Okay, what about it?
Surveillance. So everything is fixed. I mean, the votes aren't fixed. Everything is smooth. But he's a prime example of how this shit is fucking the Matrix, bro. Surveillance. All of this shit they say they not doing, they lying.
Of course they are.
They fucking lying. The phone.
We didn't need X Snowden to fucking do that.
No, but I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is conspiracy theories. We enemy of this fucking state. So why am I here arguing with you then? You seen the movies I seen. You have the thought like, wait a minute, this shit ain't right, like I do. So why is you here arguing with me? It's whistleblowers like Snowden who worked there. You hearing it from the horse's mouth. Okay. So if we're coming with that, why are you so against it? I'm not saying not be happy. I'm a spiritual guy. But I see what my eyes see.
I believe that
how?
Because
we can't change it by ourselves. It takes a unit, bro.
Maybe it does, but
you can't change it by voting. Keep choosing they fucked up candidates. You can't change it like that. You can't change it like that. They gave us one decent president in 50 years. No, Obama, like that's what I'm saying. Who heart was in the right place? I'm not saying his heart was in the right place, but I'm saying the presidency don't have no power because he would have did more if he could. Senate and Congress is not gonna pass certain shit or let that shit go. Right. So you gotta go there. But this whole fucking system, again, judicial court.
But you have to be able to believe that ordinary people.
We're going with this.
But ordinary people can do extraordinary things.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Okay.
But let me just say this. I'm going to give you the twist with that.
Go ahead.
I can do it and get to a certain place.
Right.
For example, you know, I told you I'm going to school for what I'm trying to be.
Right.
I have a righteous purpose. I can get in there and probably get up to a certain rank.
Okay.
But they're not going to just let me just go free willy at the top, what I feel with my heart. If I did that, fuck it. Nigga, I'm Obama. If I'm in the president, we get out of here real quick.
Are we being censored right now? What we're doing?
Censored?
Are we?
No,
I'm saying.
But I'm just saying this.
When this show is over and you go and we edit whatever the fuck we have to edit, and on Wednesday when this shit is on Facebook, right? It's on Facebook. Yeah. Facebook didn't take us down. No. They're not gonna take us down. Yeah. Now, if we go out and threaten like certain people,
we're just speaking
they
of
might
our
take
mind.
us down. But they don't take us down, right?
No.
So to a conscious person, we
But they ain't taking us down now. Motherfucker, do you know how many conscious people is out there that's making moves? And I give you all y'all credit. On Facebook that got thousands of followers, how many lives they get shut down and shit? It happened to them. We got 7 subscribers right now. Keep subscribing, and I appreciate the 7 that do. But we got 7 subscribers right now. They not thinking about us because we ain't making no movement. But let me just say this real quick. If I was Obama, I go into the presidency. First thing first, black people get reparations, just like every other motherfucking nationality that come around and they get reparations for shit. Point blank one. Yeah. I'm sure it was in his mind. I'm sure if he could, he would. Okay? He can't because the presidency don't hold that power. You can't make that change.
Right, because it has to go through Congress. And it has to go
to me, Donald Trump made more change because he had money in real estate to do deals and business and shit. He could have did shit from that schools, whatever, if he had the right mind state. I'm just saying, as the real estate mogul he was, he could have done a lot fucking more than Obama sitting in the office signing some shit. No, I'm not talking about Trump. I'm just saying a person of that stature.
You know how the fuck that money. You know how he got his money. You know how
he did it, but all the motherfuckers got their money doing some dirt.
No. This is the part of what he did, right? So he went.
You gotta get out of here, no? Okay. They said don't start your hour stories. I'm on them, y'all. I'm on them, y'all. He kept us for an hour and a half last. Cut that shit out.
If you never keep cutting you off, I can just say
I'll let you get a long spill.
What he did was, he took some high rise in New York, right? Some big ass fucking building. So he went and got so he put in $1 million.
Put it in 2 minutes.
Okay, put in $1 million, and then got a loan from the bank for like $500 million. Now, he fucking declared bankruptcy on that building. He got a tax credit for the whole $500 million, not just for the $1 million he put in. Now he doesn't have to pay taxes. Now this is the sport I'm talking about. Where I believe
it's the conspiracy shit.
Okay, but listen, what I'm saying to you is, it is within the conscience of us to call it out.
You got
and
to.
if enough people call it out, these things are going to change.
I agree. And what I'm telling you is you can't call it out
but
by
you can't.
You just made a statement. You can't make a statement. You can't make a statement.
I hate Hillary.
I hate Trump. Or you gonna distract people like what they do to us? You gonna pose a distraction on here, or you gonna let me be heard?
You can be heard.
Okay. Exactly what you said. Like you said, cause change. You're not causing change by going in there and participating. Like you said, you gotta call them out on their bullshit.
We are the change that we have been waiting for.
I'm cutting this out so he ain't gonna talk over me. I'm gonna get my point out. You said you want people to make change, but they can't do it going to the polls. You know what I mean? That's where we're
I disagree.
But fuck that. Like you said, FDA, Kobe, talk about.
Yo, listen. Shout out to the NBA this weekend. Seriously,
great job.
Great. Listen,
great
slam dunk was great.
They jerked Aaron Gordon. I don't give a fuck what they said. Too many 50s. They jerked.
The slam
he
dunk
dunked over
was
Taco. They jerked.
The slam dunk was great.
He dunked over Taco.
The Sunday game with the new format.
Very good. Very good.
It kept it exciting in the end, whatever. But above all that, the tribute
was awesome. Jennifer Hudson, it was crazy.
Beginning to end,
it was crazy.
You know what I mean? Great job by.
And another conspiracy.
Oh wait.
Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
MVP.
Okay.
Was the least likely to be MVP on all the odds on FanDuel. He was plus 2,000. Plus 2,000.
Plus who?
Plus 2,000.
2,000.
LeBron and him was lower. Nobody picked him. This is what I'm saying. Conspiracy is what you least like. I put $1 on him and made $20.
It's a conspiracy.
What?
I have.
Okay, question.
Can I raise my hand? I got to raise my hand.
Go ahead. Yes,
listen, Mr. Conspiracy guy over here.
Yeah.
Okay, you. Plus 2,000. You see that? And you put a fucking $1?
I didn't know. I was like, yo. But I put $1. I got $1 more than you. Plus 2,000. I could have been rich. See? If I go with my gut with the conspiracy, we would have did the show in Hawaii if I had put more money, motherfucker. We would have been over there chilling. Hawaii? Where do you want to go? Dubai? What the fuck? Yo, thanks for watching, y'all. Episode 3, Conspiracy 3. Research knowledge. Shit is fixed. We'll see y'all next time.
He didn't have the balls to put money on Kawhi. Fuck out of here.